What am I supposed to do? Just talk?
Yep,
Or?
yep. We're here with Gigi Sohn of Public Knowledge, a woman who needs very little introduction. Just finished up a panel on the future of internet regulation with a couple people, moderated by Larry Magid. Brett Glass was on it from Lariat.net. And an issue that came up that didn't really get answered was, how do ISPs, who are also cable companies, reconcile the fact that they're an on-ramp to the internet where people can go and get their own content, like through views or something like that, a third party, but these people are also in the business of selling pipes to content that they have to pay for in order to resell.
This is the way they reconcile it, and they reconcile it in a way that doesn't make me very happy. So there's this new initiative called TV Everywhere. And what they're doing is they're going around to the copyright owners and saying, don't put your content out on the internet. Put it behind a wall where only our subscribers can see it. So that's the way they're trying to make sure that the broadband doesn't cannibalize their subscription service.
This is like the ESPN 360 thing?
Essentially, it's like that. And they originally, it's funny, it was a Time Warner Cable idea. Originally, they called it Entitlement, which had a very unfortunate name. So now they've changed, it's either I think it's TV Anywhere or TV Everywhere, except it's TV Anywhere if you're a cable subscriber. If you're not a cable subscriber, forget about it.
You get TV nowhere.
Number one, it's doomed to fail, because if people can't find what they want online, they'll just steal it, right? I mean, you're just asking people.
It's like the music industry.
Yeah, I mean, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can't put things behind the walls. The other thing is, I believe there will always be a business for subscription. There's always going to be somebody who's going to want 100 channels prepackaged for them. Okay, it's going to be a shrinking market, but it's always going to be there. But meanwhile, your broadband market gets bigger. So much of the cable industry's bandwidth is wasted on the video.
Right.
And they can put it over to the broadband, and all of a sudden, you've got this robust business. But there are obviously people in the cable industry who are scared to death to lose that video business, because it is a cash cow. And I don't know if you were in yesterday's Free Summit, but Chris Anderson talked about how bandwidth is becoming so cheap it's too cheap to meter, and so I guess the cable operators
he hasn't talked
want
to Time Warner.
I know, right? Exactly, which I raised. It's one of the things I raised about their metering issue. But the point of the matter is that you can just charge enormous amounts for that subscription content service, and you can't charge as much for bandwidth, so they don't want to shift.
But that's the whole issue, is that there's no model anymore, except for access.
I agree. Okay, but the cable industry is not going down without a fight. I was just talking about how they've got this TV Anywhere initiative, where they're going to copyright holders and the broadcasters and saying, don't put your stuff online, advertise supported, keep it behind our little wall, and you have to pay. So
Good
only
luck.
cables.
This
I
is
know, that's why
Jeff Schwartz from Disruptive Strategies. But I guess the logical follow-up question to that would be, what do you say to a guy like Kyle McSlaro, who's all about, we're going to go to IPTV and we're going to have all this switched digital video and addressable advertising, and of course that means everything is just pure broadband. So how can you argue against a la carte? How can you argue for these kinds of TV Anywhere things?
I don't think you can. I think it's completely indefensible. But again, it's the dinosaurs. Last cry of the dinosaurs stomping around trying to keep their old business models.
So dinosaurs, King Canute scenario, I guess.
That's what I think. I mean, you're inducing people to steal. If you're going to start to put things behind the walls, they will find ways to get it, and in ways that don't pay you.
Well,
okay.
Stealing is bad. Easy access to content legally is good.
Yes.
I think we can all agree about that.
I mean, look,
One man's piracy is another person's revolution.
Hollywood hasn't learned. They watched the music industry disintegrate, right? Because they didn't make their content widely available at a good price and high quality. And
Right.
Hollywood's doing the same thing, right? How much does it cost to download a DVD? It costs legally. It costs $20. You can play it on your computer, and it doesn't have any of the extras. That is a business model that is built to fail.
Well, here's another one
Right.
for you. How much does it cost to buy one from Fry's or wherever from Amazon? $20.
Right, exactly.
Right? Now, what happens if you scratch that DVD? What if I purchased a piece of plastic?
Oh, brother,
or some
tell me
IP?
about it. Yeah, well,
Try
Anyway,
taking it back.
yeah.
Well,
What do
I-
they say?
Right, well,
well,
I know what they say.
so I guess the problem for the cable industry is going to be to figure out how they can be an ISP and a content company at the same time, and the copyright holders need to figure out that they're no longer dealing with dumb pipes, with cable companies that just go from A to B, and people are going to be able to pick and choose.
Well, I think that would be fine for the copyright holders, okay? I think the big copyright holders would be fine not to be strapped, with cable. And, cable and copyright holders have fights all the time, so I think they would be fine with that, all right? I don't think there's any problem with that at all. But there is kind of a little unholy alliance here. So the content creators, despite the fact that net neutrality is absolutely in their best interests, have come out against it. Why? Because they believe, and I think they're right, it stops the ISPs from automatically filtering their networks.
Right.
So they're so crazy about, let's stop the illegal activity. There's so much more focus on that. They're not all focused on creating a business model that competes for free. And this is what yesterday's thing was all about people who are getting the content out there for free and making money other ways and making a lot of it other ways.
Right.
Cory Doctorow is perfect, but if Hollywood had a DVD available for download that you can watch on your DVD player for $5.99 or $6.99, it would go gangbusters.
So
But
easy.
no, they have to they'd rather extract every single penny they can or not, because nobody's buying that. Who the hell is buying
Nobody.
a DVD that you can only play on your computer?
I wouldn't, but I guess the answer is not there yet, but it'll have to get there.
Well, time's running out. That's all I can say. Time's running out. There's a market for legitimate content. If it's easily available, wide catalog, and reasonably priced, people will pay. And if you don't give them an alternative, they'll find it somewhere else, and it ain't gonna cost anything.
It's been Public Knowledge's impresario, Gigi Sohn, here at the Tech Policy Summit in San Mateo, California. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome,
Second
Andrew.
right away on that N95.